up on OU Nightly.
It's been a warm one today, and we got some more record potential into your weekend. I've got all the details coming up.
Plus, an update on the ammonia gas leak in Weatherford, how many were injured, and a proposal to make the Oklahoma school year longer. How many days would be added next? This is OU Nightly.
Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Colson Pocock.
And I'm Darby McCormick. Let's take it outside live to the OU football stadium. It's quiet right now. The team is away, but here in Norman, we broke today's high temperature record, and we could break another heat record tomorrow.
Let's get right on over to OU Nightly meteorologist Parker Schrader. Parker, how warm can we expect it to be?
Yeah, guys, it has been quite a warm one today, and we have broken a record today for a high 14 years ago, November 14th, 2011. We had 80 degrees at our high. Today, we're up to 82. I've been here in Oklahoma for a long time. I remember 2011. It was a pretty hot one, and so it makes sense for 2011 to be hot, but we have broken that today, and we have some more potential for some record-breaking heat into your weekend. Have a drier weather to your start of your week, but we do have some rain ahead, and I'll have all the details coming up. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Parker. Turning now to the ammonia leak in Weatherford that displaced hundreds of residents and injured dozens more.
Yeah, check this out. This is drone video of the scene courtesy of Reed Newspapers, who was on the scene of the leak. Weatherford police say a tanker truck began leaking anhydrous ammonia, one of the strongest versions of the chemical, dangerous for humans to breathe.
Officials say a nearby hotel and nursing home had to be evacuated, and police say dozens of residents were treated at local hospitals for ammonia inhalation, 5 of which were airlifted to Oklahoma City.
OU Nightly reached out to Weatherford police on the status of those hospitalized. We have not heard back yet, and we'll keep you posted with the latest.
And one person is dead after a motorcycle crashed into a car Thursday night. Norman police say the motorcycle was driving recklessly on West Robinson Street up until the accident. They say they found the motorcycle driver in the road with multiple injuries. The driver was taken to the hospital where he later died. No other injuries were reported, and Norman police are still investigating the crash.
Oklahoma could be seeing longer school years. State Superintendent of Public Instruction Lyndall Fields proposed adding 15 days to each school year. Oklahoma is currently at 166 days, and this change would put Oklahoma at 180, making them closer to the national average. Rhonda Baker says the extra days would help students succeed, but OU students ponder the pros and cons.
Benefits would be you'd be able to learn a lot more about the subject you are studying for that semester, but again, over summer, that'll get cut short, so a lot of plans you have over summer, like classes and internships, will be cut way shorter.
Baker says with Oklahoma ranked 50th in education, something has to change to ensure the best future for Oklahoma students.
All right, and coming up, President Trump orders a new investigation into the Epstein case. Why he is calling for the Attorney General to look into it next.
And dozens of arrests at an ICE protest in Chicago. Why they were detained when we come back.
Donald Trump has called for an investigation into Jeffrey Epstein's ties with powerful figures. Oliver Schaefer has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
President Donald Trump said today he will ask Attorney General Pam Bondi to investigate Jeffrey Epstein's ties to many other high-profile figures. This comes just days after Democrats released emails from the late Epstein that mention him. Trump announced the decision in a post on Truth Social that accused the Democrats of trying to revive attention to his past. 21 people were arrested and 4 police officers were injured today as protesters clashed with police outside of an ICE facility. Just after 10 a.m., protesters moved from their designated zone, resulting in a clash with police. Protesters were pushed back and several were detained. This comes after a federal judge ordered the release of hundreds of immigrants arrested in the Chicago area. The majority of shareholders for Union Pacific and Norfolk Southern voted on Friday to support the $85 billion merger. The proposed merger still needs to be approved by the Independent Surface Transportation Board, and if completed, the deal will create the nation's first coast-to-coast rail network. And Coach John Beam, who appeared in the Netflix series Last Chance U, has died after being shot this week at Laney College in Oakland, according to City Police Chief Floyd Mitchell. Darby Colson.
Thank you, Oliver. The Oklahoma Department of Corrections says that Tremaine Wood is feeling, quote, fine after being found unresponsive in his cell. The DOC says after Wood was recovered from his cell, he was taken to a hospital where staff determined his condition was due to a combination of stress and dehydration. This comes after Governor Kevin Stitt granted Wood clemency just 1 minute before he was set to be executed by the state. No word yet on his condition from the hospital.
And coming up, a competition in Switzerland crowns the world's best cheese.
Find out what type of cheese is considered feta than the rest.
It's been warm and dry, but we do have some potential relief with some rain heading into your next week. I'll have all the details coming up after the break. Welcome back to OU Nightly. Looking at our campus cam here on Jenkins and Highway 9, looking pretty good right now, but it has been warm. Like I said earlier, we had that high record of 82, but right now we're sitting a little bit cooler at 81 with a little bit of a south breeze, about around 10 miles per hour. So it's been pretty warm, and that's kind of the same thing across the metro right here right now. Temperatures up into the low 80s here, around 81 in Norman, 80 out in OKC, a little bit cooler out to the west, 78 out in El Reno and Yukon, and across the state, mainly same thing, just low 80s and some upper 70s out across to the east here. So, and that is just going to kind of persist though as we kind of head into your first few days of your next week. We got some above average potential chances for some higher temperatures heading into your next week. And that's why Saturday we have some potential for some record-breaking heat. Now, 1950, that's a long time ago, we had 81 as our high. Our forecast high for that, though, is 83. So we could see another couple degrees like we saw today higher for your Saturday. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Now, something else we've been keeping an eye on is the drought monitor. Right now, we do have an extreme drought out across southwestern portions of Oklahoma down by Greer and Kiowa County, and that's kind of the same, and that's going to be kind of sticking around for a little bit. Out here in Norman, we do have a severe category for your drought, but I do have some good news for that. We do have some potential for some above average precip chances for your next week. So we can actually see some rain. I know we've been really dry, but let me go ahead and show you what's been going on, what we got going on for that. So right now we're sitting kind of a little bit of high pressure, which has been keeping us really dry and really warm. Now we do have this little bowling ball of energy that's going to try and make its way here, but it's looking like it's going to get caught up in that upper stream, and it's going to kind of not bring us any sort of precip chances. Going to stay pretty warm for your first few days of your next week. But, and look at this, here we have another sort of potential bowling ball energy, as I call it, and this one actually has that potential to bring some rain chances on your Wednesday and then your Thursday, and then hitting into your Friday a little bit as well. So we can actually see some precip and some rain. We've been needing it for sure, and that's something we can look forward to next week. Now, we can't really look into the details a little too far out, but as we get closer, we'll be keeping an eye on that for sure. Now, your highs for your Saturday, again, we have that potential record-breaking heat on your Thursday here in Norman, 83, but again, woo, looking pretty hot with some upper 80s out in the southwestern portion of the state. And looking at your 7-day forecast, here we go. We do have that cool off with a little bit of a cool front that'll bring in some cooler temperatures on your Sunday with some mid-70s. But as we head into your next week, here we go. This is looking a little bit better, 74, 72, and look at that. Then again, we have those rain chances on your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we have some actual fall-like temperatures and some fall-like conditions heading into your next week with some low 70s and upper 60s. So that'll be something we can kind of look forward to as we head next week. But this weather, it's been a little crazy, hasn't it?
Yes, Parker. I wake up this morning, I put on a sweat set, and then I come back outside and I'm wearing t-shirt and shorts. My closet is a mess because I have to go through all the different types of clothes for different types of weather this week.
I know, you almost have to kind of like dress for the morning, a little warm, and then you have to kind of shed some layers as we kind of head into the afternoon and stuff like that.
That's a really good point because like you said, for my 10:30 a.m.s, I have to wear a sweatshirt, and then by the time I'm walking home, I'm already taking it off, and I just hate it. I like the term you use, the bowling ball of energy. I need that.
Yes.
I need that heat to be striked out.
Hopefully so.
Exactly.
But hey, for all the
Hello and welcome to Big Friday Sports. I'm Kevin Daniel, joined by Peyton Davis. It's nearly been a year since OU's upset win over Alabama at Owen Field.
And now the Sooners head to Tuscaloosa to see if they can repeat history. However, the Sooners will be without a few familiar faces. Gentry Williams has been listed as doubtful, and R. Mason Thomas and Jaden Jackson are listed as questionable. On the bright side, fans may be able to see Kobe McKenzie and Keontez Lewis surfing on the tide as they were listed as probable.
Peyton, the Sooner team ranks 7th in total defense and may need those defensive playmakers against the Crimson Tide. Now we'll head to Alabama, where OU Nightly sports reporters Michael Thompson and Landon Thomas are live in Tuscaloosa. Michael, Landon, are y'all having a delightful time in Dixieland?
Well, we're having a great time right outside Bryant-Denny Stadium on the eve of homecoming weekend, and it's safe to say that campus is ready for this Crimson battle.
Yeah, absolutely, Michael. The Crimson Tide rolling into this one are 17-0 in their last 17 home games, and the Sooners have won their last 3 road games, on this season. So, hey, someone's got to give tomorrow.
Well, the Crimson Tide will be the 5th currently ranked team that the Sooners have played this season, and OU quarterback John Mateer knows that these tough tests will ultimately prepare his squad for where they want to be.
Just that we have a belief and a vision of what we want to do, and we're not just coming out here.
If you're heading down to Tuscaloosa for the OU Sooners and Alabama Crimson Tide football game, I got your tailgate about 75, and my kickoff, we're going to be up into those upper 70s, but we'll cool off a little bit down that post game. So it'll be a little bit of a warm one, but it'll be a little cooler as we head out to the rest of the game. But guys, I'll go ahead and send it back to you for the rest of Big Friday Sports.
Thanks, Parker. Welcome back to Big Friday Sports, and we're ready to hit the court. OU women's basketball suited up for a non-conference matchup this morning.
It was field trip day at Lloyd Noble Center for OU women's basketball, but Jenny Baranchek's squad was not kidding around, defeating North Alabama 89-61. In the second quarter, the Sooners shot for 57%, but the craziest shot came with just seconds left, Aaliyah Chavez making a half-court three. Senior center Reagan Beers tells us how Chavez was prepared for that moment.
Before walkthrough this morning, she was walking on the court just dribbling, and at half court on the right side up in the practice gym, and I go, shoot it, you won't, and she shoots it and makes it. So when she made it tonight, she walks in the locker room and she's like, that prepared me for the shot attempt that I just made. I was like, so actually I get a verbal assist because I told you to shoot it earlier.
For the OU men's basketball team, after their 95-69 win over Arkansas Pine Bluff in McCaslin Fieldhouse on Tuesday, Porter Moser's squad heads north to Sioux Falls, South Dakota for a neutral site game against undefeated Nebraska on Saturday. Tip-off is at 6 p.m.
And bouncing over to the pros, the Thunder are headed to Charlotte to face the Hornets after their win over the Lakers and will look to take the crown in the Queen City. The Thunder are currently 12-1, the best start to the season in team history.
Well, that's all we have for you on Big Friday Sports. Thank you for watching.
For Peyton Davis and Kevin Daniel, be sure to watch OU Nightly live weekdays at 4:30. Have a great weekend.